Zero proceeding. Anything?
So here we go. Another guy trying to avoid accountability. Like, bro, just man up and take your time.
This hearing can be used against you. This hearing is also being recorded. The testimony at today's hearing will be taken under oath. So, Mr. Moyet, can you please raise your right hand? You solemnly swear or solemnly sincerely affirm, as the case may be, that the evidence you shall give concerning this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God upon penalty of perjury.
I do.
Thank you. So we're going to go over the procedure for today. So first, we're going to read your rights. Then we're going to review the parole violation charges that the state, the parole officers bringing against you. Then review and identify the exhibits that have been filed for the record. The state is not present at today's proceedings. However, you have an opportunity to address the issue of probable cause and the severity of the allegations. At the conclusion of this hearing, I'll inform you my findings, which will be based on the available evidence. Do you have any questions about the purpose or procedure before we begin?
No, ma'am.
So do you have important rights for today's hearing, and we're going to review them now. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. You may hire your own attorney, and if you cannot afford an attorney, you may qualify for an appointed attorney to represent you. So, Mr. Moyet, were you informed that an attorney could represent you at today's hearing?
I was.
Do you intend to seek counsel for this hearing?
I don't think I need it.
You don't need it? Okay, so you're willing to move forward today without any legal representation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You also have the right to receive the written notice of charge for the violation. Did you receive that written notice?
Yes, I did.
And were you able to review that notice?
Yes, I did.
You also have the right to submit evidence in support of your case. You have the right to review the evidence against you before this hearing. You have the right to call and examine voluntary witnesses, and you have the right to cross-examine adverse witnesses. Do you understand these rights, and are you ready to go forward?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we're now going to review the charges that the state, your parole officer, is bringing against you, and the information underlying each charge. So charge number 1, the condition of drugs, the charging officer reported that on 9/16/25, we reported back to the Open Heart Halfway House after failing to report back from your community pass since 9/11/2025. On your return, you rendered a urine which is positive for cocaine and fentanyl. You then signed a voluntary admission for using said substances, as well as in addition to prescribed Xanax on 9/11/2025, 9/15/2025, and 9/16/2025. The behavior places you in clear and direct violation of your assigned parole conditions, specifically under real laws, where it states, I will not use or have in my possession or control any illegal drug, narcotic, or drug paraphernalia. Charge number 2, the condition of halfway house placement. The charging officer reported that on 7/18/25 at 11 p.m. while Open Earth Halfway House staff was conducting their rounds, they observed you to be smoking THC in the bathroom. This behavior places you in clear and direct violation of your assigned parole conditions, specifically under halfway house placement. As you violated a rule in your assigned halfway house agreement where it states, I will not consume or possess alcohol or marijuana in the halfway house. On 8/18/2025 at 11:45 p.m., while Open Heart Halfway House staff was conducting their rounds, they observed you to be smoking a cigarette in the bathroom. This behavior places you in clear and direct violation of your assigned parole conditions, specifically under halfway house placement, as you violated a rule in your assigned halfway house agreement where it states, I will not use tobacco products within the halfway house. I may only smoke in designated areas at designated times. On 9/11/2025, you were issued a community pass from the Open Heart Halfway House to Walmart from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. When you did not return on time, staff attempted to contact you twice without success. You subsequently failed to report back to the halfway house. Your whereabouts were unknown until you reported back to the Open Heart Halfway House on 9/16/2025 at 12:40 p.m. This behavior places you in clear and direct violation of your assigned parole conditions, specifically under halfway house placement, where it states, I will return to the halfway house from my community pass at my scheduled return time. You do not have permission to remain out on the community past 5 p.m. on 9/11/2025. Now, on 9/16/2025, you were placed at the Roger Sherman Halfway House due to this being the only halfway house with an open bed. You were to be placed there overnight pending potential placement at the App Foundation on 9/17/2025. Upon your arrival to the Roger Sherman Halfway House, staff reported that you were agitated and irate over your placement and refused to answer any questions or comply with the intake process. You then stated to halfway house staff, the director is lucky she wasn't at the jail because I would have.
That's a lot.
Okay, I'll give you an opportunity to address all of them. I just have to read through them. Yeah, just give me a moment. The director is lucky she wasn't at the jail because I would have handled her differently. I wouldn't have been as nice. Staff perceived this statement to be disrespectful and applying harm to the halfway house program director. This behavior places you in clear and direct violation of your assigned parole conditions, specifically.
Yeah, so It doesn't seem to be that he's taking any accountability. I don't believe one word he says. And I usually support the prisoners, but he's bullshit. Just take accountability, my guy. It might get you somewhere.
On 9/16/2025, you were placed at the Roger Sherman halfway house and refused to answer any questions or sign any intake documents and interfered with the intake process by doing so. The behavior places you in clear and direct violation of your signed parole conditions, specifically under halfway house placement, and you violated a rule in your signed halfway house agreement where it states I have read, understood, and agreed to comply with the program rules during my period of residence in the CT Department of Correction halfway house. The state has filed the following documents that have been identified for today's purposes as Exhibit A, the PCS conditions, signed 7/16/25. Exhibit B, the halfway house, signed 7/16/2025. Exhibit C, the open heart incident report for smoking THC inside the bathroom, 7/18/2025. Exhibit D, the offender misconduct for smoking THC inside the bathroom, 7/18/2025. Exhibit E, the open heart incident report for smoking a cigarette inside the bathroom, 8/18/25. Exhibit F, the offender misconduct for smoking a cigarette inside the bathroom, 8/18/25. Exhibit G, the open heart incident report for absconder, 9/11/2025. Exhibit H, the open heart incident report for return to program on 9/16/2025. Exhibit I, the voluntary admission. Exhibit J, the offender misconduct for unaccountable time, 9 to 9/16/2025. Exhibit K, the offender misconduct for voluntary drug admission from 9/11/2025 to 9/16/2025. The Exhibit L, the Roger Sherman halfway house incident report, 9/16/2025. Exhibit M, the remand to custody order, remand 9/16/2025. Exhibit N, the notice of parole violation. Exhibit O, the notice of parole rights. Exhibit P, the parole violation report. Mr. Moyan, just to confirm one more time, did you receive all those documents, including the parole violation notice, the parole violation report, and everything else?
Yeah.
I have not received any exhibits from the defense. Do you need any time to submit any evidence for your own behalf?
No, because it's hearsay. She's lying.
So it is now your opportunity to respond to the parole violation charges against you. However, please remember that you do have the right to remain silent if you choose to do so. So at this time, would you like to make any statements or comments or testify towards the charges?
But I take full responsibility for everything except the incident at Roger Sherman. When I got to Roger Sherman, I was sitting in the office, minding my own business. Some lady came in hot, like aggressive, not assertive, aggressive, using F-bombs and all this extra stuff. And I asked her, who are you? I don't even know who you are. Would you like to introduce yourself? She said, I'm the director of this motherfucking program. And I said, is that how you speak to people that were recently released from prison? Because that's not a good idea. There's people that got mental health problems. Oh, I got mental health problems too. Oh, well, you shouldn't be in a position of power. For my safety, I would like this interview to be video recorded for my safety. She said, that request is denied. And I was like, well, I would like a supervisor to come down here and witness how you're treating somebody who's supposed to be in your program for 1 day. I was supposed to be here for 1 day to go to App Foundation that I requested that Parole Miller even intended to put me in. And even still right now, I'm still willing to go to that program. You know what I'm saying? So, miss, I understand I'm a repeat offender, but I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to blatantly threaten a program director when I'm going to be there for 1 day. 1 day. I sat there the whole time. Nobody brought me no papers. Nobody asked me no questions other than who do I fucking think I am, and this ain't no other fucking halfway house that you've ever been to. That's what I got. So I said, I didn't even let people speak to me like that in prison. Why would I subject myself to that now? So I clammed up and I didn't say nothing until I got the protection that I felt I needed. They came, they violated me. I didn't sign no paperwork. They went through my phone, all types of stuff because they thought I was recording her. And I wasn't. They came in there, about 6 parole officers manhandled me for no reason because I wasn't irate. I was sitting just like this, man. Hands folded on my hand like this, just like this. Does that look like somebody that's irate or out of control or even in a menacing way? No, I don't believe so. So, other than that, I take full responsibility for everything prior to that. I get it. I messed up. I was going through some personal things. I don't wish to bring that up because that's nobody's business but mine. I don't feel I have a serious drug problem right now. I do have a drug history, but it was just one of those moments where I just felt weak and I fell victim to my own demons. But I came back and I was willing to face the consequences head on. If you ask Miller, she'll tell you for herself. And that's all I really have to say, because other than that, like I said, I take full responsibility for everything. But I don't believe jail is where I need to be right now. That's just me. That's my personal preference or my beliefs. But hey, you guys know best.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate your statement. I'm just going to take a moment and then I'm going to announce my findings. Okay. I'm going to announce my findings now. We are here to determine probable cause. So with that, Mr. Moya, I am making a final probable cause of charge number 1, the condition of drugs based on state's exhibits A, H, I, and P. On charge number 2, I'm also filing probable cause for the condition of halfway house placement based on state's exhibits A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, L, and P. With that, I am also finding that the acts are serious enough to warrant a revocation and determine that you should be detained while you wait your revocation hearing. So I will let the records office at the facility know, as well as your parole officer. What happens next, Mr. Moya, is that a revocation hearing will be scheduled within 60 business days of your remands, and myself or another hearing examiner will determine whether you have violated the conditions of your parole. If so, the hearing examiner will make recommendations regarding whether your parole should be revoked and what, if any, sanctions should be imposed. So that does conclude today's hearing. So we will schedule you, get you back in here for that revocation hearing, okay?
Again, absolutely no accountability. He wants to blame everybody else. And he wonders why he keeps getting violated. Bro, get your life together. You're not 13 anymore. You're about 63.
In the meantime, if you feel like you would like legal representation, please, if they sent you an application, send it back to them or reach out to the public defender's office if you feel like you would like an attorney for that revocation hearing. Okay, because it'll be scheduled.
Well, if you're not a alphabet person, then please like and subscribe. But if you don't like and subscribe, it obviously shows that you're a HOMO.
Okay, do you have any questions for me right now?
Asexual.
So this concludes the preliminary hearing for Pedro Moyet, number 32595.
Again, stay blessed and stay free.